afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, the only sanctioned source of communist entertainment. Any other sources false and forbidden. Heretical even. Off here to 1 vs 1 on Crossing in the Woods in the north. It is Tiramisu fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role of the 3rd Armored Division with heavy cavalry, airborne, and mechanized triple limited bulletins versus the south. It is Angreifen himself fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with Elite Panzerlehr Panzerdivision with Overwatch, Elite Armored, and Firestorm. Also, big thanks to May I Be Me for donating and support the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money, allowing me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis, alongside, of course, all my Patreon supporters. You too can join their heroic ranks. Links in the description, where you can either donate or pledge on Patreon. All right, back to our regularly scheduled action. We got a full screen Kubang side here for Angreifen, Tiramisu straight to heavy cavalry with rifleman defensive structures, smoke barrages, Rangers, combined arms, and the M26 Pershing heavy tank. Double rifle start here for Tiramisu. Both sides focusing on the western line. Both sides will be clashing at the western viewpoint here. Tiramisu already looking to defend it by wiring off an old dinged up car, but won't be enough to stop here the might of the Wehrmacht as the Kugelwagen and the Volksgrenadiers launch a furious assault. The rear since already forced a Scarpa into the nearby building, where they can sort of stall for time and allow the rifle to flank up behind Angreifen's force, but of course the Kugelwagen can just grab the point meanwhile. Of course, the Sturmpine is nearby as well, quick threat than the Riflemen, so already here getting a bit dicey in the early game here between Angreifen and Tiramisu. Third round's gone the way there for Tiramisu. Angreifen with the second Volksgrenadier squad. Sturmpionier advancing with the Sturmgewehrs in hand. Backing a bit off with the Kugelwagen here. Now we got the assault here, full squad there, left to fend for the zone. He's trying to deal with the resistance before the rifle becomes a serious threat with the sides. That's not worth it. Going to try and focus on the rifle squad. One squad already up close. Could be a mistake here, but Tiramisu, as this allows Angreifen to more easily focus down that rifle squad with the Sturm Pioneers, meaning the other rifle squad to be bad. Yep, that was a bad call there in the end. I understand the logic behind it, but I think you should just decide to fight at range, since the Sturm Pioneers are bad at range, and so is the Kugelwagen. That really only left the Volksgrenadiers to fight here, so. While I get why Tiramisu might want to just try and fight it out, I think he should have basically either A, stayed at range, or B, backed off entirely and just went for the rest of the map there. Sturm Pioneers finally dealt, and again we can see here the power just staying at range versus Sturm Pioneers into degree versus Volksgrenadiers here. Now the rifle can close in and deal with the rest, so this went a lot better in the end. Angreifen there I think got a bit too bold. Even then though, Tiramisu ended up paying a high price for this, and the end still has to retreat because the Kugelwagen and the other folks are arriving, so always keep in mind with the engagements, like what are the different effective ranges of the units you're facing, and you know, what are your own, and try not to push them into like ranges they're not going to be effective in, and your opponent is, unless absolutely necessary. So there you go, Racing scored down, better blow here to Tiramisu in the early game. Angreifen goes for Overwatch with the Jaeger Light Infantry Recon Squad, early warning systems for the Fatherland, howitzers, and sector assault. We got the Jaeger Light Infantry Recon Squad out there. Bit of fast extra infantry at a not actually too high price, and of course can be upgraded with the potent G43 sniper rifle, though technically a marksman rifle. Rifling eastwards there, so of course now Tiramisu will hit eastwards, but over there Angreifen trusting the Kugelwagen, realizing, hang on, he's going to push east. I can make this a bit more miserable for Tiramisu and slow things down further. So thumbs up there to Angreifen, good read here. Tiramisu is definitely not having the easiest of starts. We do get the platoon command post out, we do get the lieutenant, and the lieutenant of course will do some nice heavier lifting here for Tiramisu, in particular with some 50 calibers and other light vehicles. But still, not the strongest start there for Tiramisu. Again, they both gambled on the western viewpoint on this card. A small tech error there by Tiramisu allowed Angreifen to get hit there. But even then, was close. And had Angreifen made the mistake, that would have been Tiramisu's win. Ramping up is the Kugelwagen, taking a bit of damage, but still even there. Viewpoint has been grabbed, all been connected. And of course, while Angreifen may not try to fight defensively here for too long, even then it's going to have an impact there on Tiramisu. Now, pushing in the west, he's actually extending quite a bit there. His forces are scattered, whereas Angreifen are kind of scattered, but also slightly more concentrated. Kugelwagen gaining virtually 2, 4 kills, virtually 2 here. Ambulance for Tiramisu. Jaeger squad now isolated on the west side. Might just be here for Tiramisu up on the west field point then. East side, though, he is routed as Angreifen proves to be a formidable opponent here. The Kugelwagen in particular is proving to be a bit helpful there. Lieutenant pushback. Jaeger still at full strength, almost. And we got here the ambulance out for Tiramisu. He's going to have to do something a bit more drastic soon to turn this around here versus Angreifen. Angreifen has got a truck on the way. Probably going to be Mechanized Regiment. In which case he's slightly going to go for the Puma. Angreifen is a big Puma player, so he could go for the looks, but he typically tends to just go for the Puma no matter what. Otherwise, we got mechanized command post on the way there. It's going to be some time before Tiramisu can do anything with it. He's so short on fuel. And he's probably better off with some 50 calibers. But either way, healing here. Obviously has to make a big push here. Proper large push. And the crew hits the mine. Survives though. It survives. I'm sure the crew might not be feeling quite like that. My god, I can't feel my legs. Oh, it says they are. I still can't feel them so, but I'm somehow still driving these cars and guess they're working. Ground the eastern point here, but there you go. Hard push westwards here, Jaeger in the building here. Bit of an annoying one if you're a northern player, since it's actually pretty tricky to clear out and it can be quite disruptive there. Pushing eastwards instead towards the eastern fuel point, but there's less, shall we say, great obstacles still. Tiramisu is scattering his force out rather than make one hard push for either point here. He's trying again to like spread out here, which I'm not entirely sure is the best move at the moment here for Tiramisu. Well, it looks like he might be now heading westwards rather than eastwards. So really wants this place, he wants the western fuel point. It seems he's very intent on it no matter what. That's going to make it a bit easier if Angreifen can read this and actually prepare for that. Lieutenant going for the Fulton got up close. As long as the Lieutenant is live with this Thompson, that Lieutenant should be able to beat the Fulton is quite easy, since the Thompson is quite good. Obviously. It's like the unit that basically has an assault rifle that's actually a bit better than the assault rifle. On top of everything else, which just makes it really good. But there you go, Puma on the way there for Angreifen. We got the 5th car on the way there for Tiramisu. He's finally made some progress into the west side. He's also going down here. Hits a mine. Doesn't get suppressed. That's kind of lucky. So there you go. Tiramisu's finally gained some sort of, well, breakthrough. But that's obviously going to soon find itself in a bit of trouble here with the Puma for Angreifen. Crewwagen need repairs. Grab the point here. More mines here from Tiramisu is a good idea. And there you go. Thumbs up to Tiramisu. Good play. More mines here. Very good. It's going to make it hard there for Angreifen just to push back at Tiramisu. So, good work there by Tiramisu. Making good use of heavy cavalry in this department. 50 cavalry right and ready. He's probably going to need another one maybe. Actually, not maybe. He probably will. Likely. Puma out there. 234-2 heavy armored car. The Pencil Air Panzer Division was one of the 3 divisions to actually have the Puma. It's actually overall produced in few numbers. We're really only handed out to the elite Panzer divisions. Rather than being routed by the Sturmpioneer and the Puma. 50 cover there. With armor pissing around, so can do some damage to the Puma. There goes Sturmpies hit the mine just. That's the mine we were kind of ready. They haven't switched over to it. Bit awkward there. Bit awkward. Puma moving in here full. Angreifen got the full swing out there as well. Big push here against Tiramisu's western point. More mines considered, but disrupted by the arrival of the German army in the sector. Meet the 5th caliber. Oh, there we go. 5th caliber setting out. Oh, Puma already outmaneuvering. Not good, not good. Just going to have to, I think, retreat their 5th caliber. There we go. And we got more Jaegers here for Angreifen. We got more Jaegers inbound. West fuel point is 30 up, so he could push there. Still, he's going for the Captain. That's probably the right move here. He's going to get some anti-tank guns up, plus, of course, another infantry squad in the form of the Captain, and, of course, another infantry squad with a Thompson submachine gun. Trunk on the way there for Angreifen. That's probably going to share Panzer quarters. There could all be a battlefield headquarters. But I imagine next time we'll be seeing a couple of anti-tank guns here for Tiramisu to help deal with the light vehicles and other armor, and that way try to stabilize. We might even see a Pershing installed, since Pershing installed near far behind, also behind anyways, are certainly not uncommon, and do slightly make more sense that way. But anyways, Puma eastwards here. You could consider upgrading the Lieutenant with a bazooka to help bless the Puma and other armored vehicles. Sandbags being dug in here by Angreifen, very good. And yep. Still on Pioneers with the 5th caliber and the center being pushed back. East side almost got the fuel point there. No anti-tank guns yet for Tiramisu. Is a bit short on manpower for that one. Full squad there being routed. Jaegers there hiding out, and there you go, opening up on the 5th caliber. They, I think they're going to get suppressed. It's a bit hard to say behind the cameras angled. They should be, but apparently they aren't. There we go, they are suppressed in the end. He's heading for what the Puma that is going to force here Tiramisu to abandon the eastern fuel point again. He is going for the M1 anti-tank and the Jaegers right here from the west side. We got one full squad now at low numbers trying to hold the western path there. Center victor point being seized there by the Captain. 5th coming up here. And the rifle squad needs continues to stall up the, shall say, more dangerous part of Angreifen's force here. Buying time. And no, we do get a battlefield headquarters. So healing here is a priority for Angreifen. That does slightly slow down tech and does slightly slow down tanks, meaning Tiramisu might have a bit more room to catch up. And we get the Goliath here for Angreifen. That's nice to see. Most people actually don't use the Goliath. mostly because it's rather heavily costed and a bit finicky. Though, of course, if you do get it to work, it's pretty damn impressive. But a lot of the time, you just don't get it to work, at which point it's just a waste of munitions. But either way, Angreifen decides he wants to risk it here with the Goliath, which are usually part of a pioneer team. But there are also a lot of, shall I say, armoured units that actually use Goliaths. They have these sort of radio control units. Stugs were commonly used, but also Tiger tanks were in fact used. The Panzerlehr Panzerdivision, in fact, itself had a Funkline company with Tiger tanks, including a King Tiger with Goliaths attached to them. In fact, that was the Tiger unit they had in Normandy. That was a radio control unit with the Goliaths attached to it. Little fun fact there. Little fun fact there. Sturmpanzer being opened up with the Lieutenant, Rifleman, and the Captain there. 5th Cavalry joining, of course. And of course, one M1 anti-tank out there. It's going to make things harder here for Angreifen. Might just help Tiramisu to get back in the fight here more properly. He's got the Western Fuel Point again. Victory points wise, he is behind, but that does seem to be more of a stabilization of the front line, and that's going to be a bit more problem there for Angreifen. Since while the Oberkommando is really strong early game, there's this, shall say, valley where, like, sort of around the mid game, the power level does decrease a bit as the tech is, shall say, a bit more intense in some ways, and particularly going for, like, you know, their armor. So there's a bit of dip there which an opponent can exploit and push back the Oberkommando west with, and that's sort of the area we're hitting there. And of course, the late game then, of course, becomes stronger. But if they suffer enough, it becomes much harder for them to utilize it. Tiramisu here going for Stuart Light Tank. I'm not entirely sure this is the best idea, to be honest. Oh, and Goliath spotted, and there you go. You can sort of see the problem that it can easily spot if you're paying attention, and then destroyed. So that's just a lot of munitions down the toilet there. This, though, is pretty good. Booby trap here in the fuel point. Thumbs up there to Angreifen, and the rifle squad is almost wiped out there. Pretty close one. Pretty close one. Puma moving out here. Halfway to Veterans who won on that one. 5th Company nearby. Need to get the antenna up with the 234-2. Using the western side. Stood light tank right about ready. Good hit on the Puma. Oh, they're getting caught up in terrain. Oh, he moved the anti-tank and actually allowing the Puma to get away safely there. Close one though for Angreifen. Close one. And we got the Stuart Light Tank in here for Tiramisu and the 3rd Armored Division. Jaegers under fire. Still feel like Tiramisu would benefit a lot from a 5th Caliber or a Ranger squad, to be honest. Like, it's a mix of infantry that I think none of them are particularly like great versus the Ranger squad. If they sort of get close enough, the Thompson would just shred them. There we go, MG34 and a light infantry gun here. Angreifen is not trying to take up his swiftly. He's actually staying around sort of the earlier tiers. Interesting strategy there. Trying to avoid, shall say, that dip in power gap by basically just trying to push out more of what he has now. An interesting strategy there by Angreifen. Not commonly seen. Mines down there. Stuart versus the Fulk's going to do that. Panzerfaust on the rear. Nice hit there. Line's going halfway down, plus the MG34 out. Still, Tiramisu's now sort of more in control of the map here. He's got control of the victory points. Field points also more consistently under his control. So now things are getting overall tougher for Angreifen. Need to fix up. Let's do a light tank faster before Angreifen Puma arrives to deal with it. The anti-tank is nearby ready to deal with the Puma, so at least he was able to take the Puma's movement there. Good work by Tiramisu. Very good work. 5th Cavalry dealing with, oh, too many Jaegers and MG34 forcing retreated with no cover to hide behind. It is easy meat to be dealt with, and there you go, Puma falling back in the east here. We got the Sturmpanzer Lieutenant and the Captain. That was definitely a bad call there by Angreifen. A very bad call. Almost costing the Sturmpanzers, which have been quite bad. Jaegers moving up, he stood nearby, but there you go, focusing down the anti-tank in there. Great move by Angreifen. If you can get rid of the anti-tank gun, then the Puma can just race in and deal with the Steward. But of course, if he can't deal with the anti-tank, then that suddenly becomes a lot more risky, and then he just decides to back off. Probably the right call. Better scrambs, you need to retreat the rifle squad on the west side here. Fuel pump being seized. Tiramisu's definitely starting to turn this game around. And again, it's helped by the fact that Angreifen to some degree isn't taking out fast, though. That's not to say it's becoming easy for Tiramisu. Ooh, close one there. Anti-tank setting up here. And Pan didn't shoot in time. Puma gets away again. Captain flanking on the MG34 in the centre. And now Tiramisu has both fuel points and both victory points here around the 15-minute mark, close to it. So effectively a nice comeback here for Tiramisu despite a pretty awkward start, and again highlights that sometimes as the Oberkommandos you do have to be patient and a bit more clever about it and just wait for them to hit that power dip and then you sort of push through it. And that's essentially what happened here, like Angreifen at the power dip and then Tiramisu placed his sword and sort of pushed hard and sufficiently clever enough to then sort of turn the game around. So now it's Angreifen's a bit of a tight position, though he still has the fuel lead, but even then, he can't translate it easily into tanks. He can't easily translate it into fast tanks. We'll have to see what Tiramisu does. He can't easily translate it into either, but he can probably do it a bit faster than Angreifen. Pushing for the Eastern fuel point, that's going to require a response there from Angreifen. Angreifen with Tiramisu. More mines from Tiramisu, I think, would also be good if we do have some today as well. Very good. Again, very consistent mining there. Thumbs up. Always a good thing to do if you can lay down mines. Lay them. All the healing reinforcement here done. Pushing for the Eastern fuel point as Angreifen's jump has busy. And they're also laying down mines. Very good work. Pair pioneers ready there. Kupferwagen is still alive. Plus 53 for Angreifen. Sehr good. And we got the Schwere Wehrmacht level 9 for Angreifen. That's going to be the final tier there. Or final track. Not a tier. Or not it's not a tier unless you're living like an MC Escher painting. In which case, you know, tiers are a matter of perspective and, you know, too much acid. And you've heard of holding up the centre. Or he's able to hold it up if it comes down to it. Ooh, mine went off there. Also a bit dangerous about staying around your mines too closely there. A little trick that's to hold down shift and then create a waypoint so they'll meet you after they're done laying down the mine, move to elsewhere away from the mine. Bit of a small tip there. On the west side we got the fortress of the 5th Cavalry, we got the fortress warping up on the flank of the 5th Cavalry as well. Sending up to threaten it, and there you go. Cover shattered here by the anti-tank gun. Nice little work there. Back here, reinforcement healing Major on the way there for Tiramisu. Still some time to call in armor. And of course the question is, does it go for the Pershing or does it go for something else, like more immediate? Angreifen's got his take on the way there. Banhand Grenade on the 5th Cavalry is going to force a retreat there. Jaeger's moving into the mine here, Stewart nearby as well. Ooh, close one there. Puma missed, the Stewart did not. And one thing sitting up here, could pop take aim. He does not. Jaegers are dealing with the rifle squad. We got 16 kills, we got 11 kills. Those Jaegers, as you can see, they're quickly racking up a lot of kills in part due to the marksman rifles. And actually a bit of a pain there for Tiramisu's infantry as they are being bled out quite aggressively. So you may actually have to go for Sherman something like that to help like more directly hunt them and deal with them. East side here, Lieutenant Ryder hit by the Sturmpioneer. Western field, but then being claimed here by the Kubelwagen. Deutschland. Major on the move here, and in the east we got the captain of the Sturmpioneer squad. 3 kills, close to fetching 2, incredibly close. Full squad there, pushed back with the Steward light tank. In the west here we got the rifle coming up there. Kubelwagen forced to disengage. Its reward was well within hand, but no, Tiramisu stopped that. Line's going to continue to fire away here. 2 kills so far. Tiramisu meanwhile lacks any artillery. In fact, he may want to consider mortar at the very least. Packouts could also be pretty good. Got the Kubelwagen. Kubelwagen went down, but there got a kid with a Puma combo. Punishes Tiramisu for this, and I think it's safe to say a Steward is not a good trade for a Kubelwagen. Unless you're like really bad at trading. So that's a pretty good win there for Angreifen. Pretty good win. I mean, it did cost him a noble Kubelwagen, but taking out an American light tank in return, I think, is a, you know, pretty good compensation. Jaeger's at it, trying to the 5th Cavalry. Of course, got the Land can also find a way, making it hard here for him to maintain the 5th Cavalry. In fact, Landgraf's about to wipe it out. There we go, in fact. Whoa, someone just got sent flying. So the artillery is actually doing quite well for Angreifen. Steadily, but slowly. Ooh, could see a wipe in the full squad. No, does not go for an attempted wipe here. Perhaps a bit of notice out there by Tiramisu instead going here for the Ked now from the light infantry gun. But Ked destroying the 5th Cavalry. Angreifen could have made an attempt to grab it, but decides it's not worth it. Or it's filthy. And he doesn't want to touch that filth. Noting BRs there for Tiramisu's infantry, increasing of course the firepower versus Angreifen's infantry. Not a bad idea at all. Concussive grenade, nice work, forcing a retreat. Tiramisu can soon go for Sherman. Angreifen of course could go here for a Panther. In fact, he could have gone. Oh, he actually hasn't authorized. Interesting. I think he'd do that. So yeah, we'll have to see. If Tiramisu goes for Sherman, it'll be now. Otherwise, he might in fact be stalling there for the Pershing. But no, going for Sherman now offers more immediate pressure versus Angreifen's infantry. And that is, I think, overall the correct choice here. I mean, if he gets up at fuel cast eventually, like say up now, Manpie could of course have something else, and there you go. Great hits there. He's gone for double anti-tank. It's now versus the Puma, almost taken out. did lose the rival squad with BARs. That's a lot more painful. He's about to lose the major as well here. 25 and 12. These Jaegers are just absolutely on fire. Almost got whacked by the mine though, but still not quite enough. So I'll send the Latin gun in. Like, Angreifen just has a lot of ways to just, so we say, steadily bleed out Tiramisu, which is really going to force Tiramisu to go a lot more aggressively with Angreifen, because any fight that sort of gets protected and sort of dragged out is one with the Jaegers and the Latin gun can just sort of bleed out Tiramisu if he's not careful. So I think Tiramisu needs to switch up tactics, but in this regard, Sherman is a good idea. But I think Rangers, the Thompsons, and a good flank could also be a very good addition here for Tiramisu. Need to switch your attack launch rounds on that one, I think. There we go. Center big punches for the Ralph squad. Ralph falls back though. Latin to go in there. But I note he's using barrage. Very good there. Oh, the other came to top with the Sherman. Decent hit, but there you go. Gets close to the full squad. Began to tank it's nearby though. And the captain. Panther first there. Damaging the engine. Coming opening up. Tank fire from the anti-tank guns. Oh, smoked and popped. Nice work. Less nice having the Sherman there by Tiramisu in the end. Two from the west side. Need to pull back the Sherman for repairs and keep the anti-tanks ready, because Angreifen's likely going to try and take out the Sherman here while it's heavily damaged and not particularly mobile. So they're going to take it sitting up. Might be able to take it off there. Go! Oh! That is some really good luck there for Angreifen. Second anti-tank gun failed to fire in time, though could I think take aim on the anti-tank guns to increase the chance of wiping it. Definitely no shot there by Tiramisu. Though if that's it, it would have been still been quite really incredibly well timed to have a chance to get off a shot, but I think it would have allowed him to take out the Puma there. Sherman though is alive, and I suppose that's what matters in the end, but it would have been very helpful for Tiramisu if he had been able to finish off Angreifen Puma there. Angreifen has authorization up and looks like he's going to go for the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Ooh, need to pull back the Sherman further. Close one then the Jaegers, but not close enough to really sort of like, you know, leave them dead in the water. Angreifen also pushing to the start, which has almost been forgotten here. Good play by Angreifen. Got Tiramisu responding to it though. Empty third full flank, line's going to be pushed back. 7 kills, close to 3. Also got finally upgrades here on the Fault Gunners by Angreifen. Rather late upgrade. Typically you want, of course, very fast, but he only did hit the 22-minute mark, which is quite late. 223 versus 356. In this regard, Tiramisu is now ahead of Angreifen. So again, the early weak spot there again has been sort of cut up to him. But now it's Angreifen slowly starting to make his personal fealty and Tiramisu, of course, is going to have to work harder to deal with that. Ooh, bar drop there as well. It seems like Jaeger secured that one. But there you go, Sherman to the rescue. 50 cal being added as well. But Kevin, if that gets a good hit. Quick clear out the kid there for him, maybe. That would leave Angreifen a bit of tight spot if he gets away with it. Share pad goes up the rifle score, pushed a bit too far. He sees engaged with the Sherman. 4 kills, vets into 1. Anti-tanks nearby to deal with the Puma, unless of course it arrives from here where the anti-tanks can't easily reach. Sherman almost down. Farnham got out of the anti-tank gun. Both vehicles once more escape here, but it certainly is a bit of a awkward dance between the two. East side here, Major going for the Masons, Cap going up this wall. We got 223 still versus 338. And there you go, Panther on the way for Angreifen and for Deutschland. Will Tiramisu go for another Sherman? Will he go for Jackson, or will he try to set up for the Pershing now? I mean, Pershing wouldn't be entirely within the realm of the insane here, but it would, I think, to a lesser degree be a bit risky. But I could see it working out the other way. The Angreifen's going straight here for the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5, Pride of the Vaterland. Stolz der Nation. Fixing up there. That's Sherman. Major moving about. Jaeger sneaking in here close to ace level. 28 kills. A regular bunch of war criminals those are. Sturmpanzers with the Rifleman Lieutenant in the center. Lieutenant also equipped with BARs. Very good there. Less good for Angreifen's infantry. Jackson tanks here for Tiramisu, obviously expecting some sort of heavy armor there from Angreifen. He's not going to risk it on Pershing. I still think he'd benefit from a Ranger squad, to be honest. Rather overlooked unit, I think. Sherman though charging 40 here, 4 kills, Veteran 2-1. Car being shattered and Jaegers here, could risk being annihilated, executed, point blank. Freedom style. Okay, I'm sneaking up, gets good in the Sherman of the Jaeger squad needs to get out of there. Tomatoes of course saw them and there you go. Good hit and Panthers on the move though for Angreifen, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Double anti-tankers nearby though. Could quickly do a lot of damage to the Panther depending how Tiramisu sets up. But no. Not quite the best one there. Panther could actually outmaneuver the situation to try and take out the Sherman. Panther continues the pursuit here of the Sherman. Sherman gets good in the Panther. Sherman almost taken out the anti-tank to help deal with the Puma. That gives more free shots to the Panther. Sherman's about to get knocked out here, but there you go. Some hits on the Puma. Almost got Lieutenant moving in here. Oh, the Puma somehow survives. Pops smoke and gets one. Now the Panther survives. So, oh, maybe not. An anti-tank rifle grenade leaves the Panther's engine damaged. And Angreifen doesn't have troops to push away the anti-tank guns. So, is he still going to try and get out of there? Or is he going to just hope somehow he can sort of bait the anti-tank into an awkward position? But now we got the Jackson moving in there. Needs to stay at a safe distance, though, just to be safe. Good hit there. But no, he's not leaving this patch of terrain. He's hoping for the anti-tank to pursue. D44 moving up. Jackson they're down to half health. Panther almost down, but again, due to the way he did this, plus throwing down smokes from the anti-tank guns, he actually sets up for salvation of the Panther. But there you go, Lieutenant moving in the line. The Jackson to snipe from safe distance. They're still going to be a bit awkward into the terrain. Bit risky here, but there you go. Oh, Panther misses. Jackson bounces. He's still going to try it, though. He's still going to try it. There you go. Almost got the Panther. Panther shoots again, misses. Lieutenant almost dead. And the Lieutenant is dead. Shot bounces off the Panther at max range. Good lord. That was a really risky call in this case by Tiramisu. A real gamble, and it did not pay off. Lost the Lieutenant without getting the Panther. Certainly showing you what good handgun the terrain there can do for a player. Sean moving in. Jaegers to the 34 kills, 17 kills. And there we go. We finally get the Ranger squad 8 for Tiramisu. I feel like that could be out sooner. Sherman there going for getting the Thompsons on them as well. Very good. Trying to pursue that Panther. It's already far away there though. Not quite over the hills, but close. We still got the Puma there eventually free. Is he going to try and race into the base there? I feel like Tiramisu might starting here to display signs of getting tilted. He's willing to make that risk. And there you go. Puma gets a good aim shot there. Jamming the turret ring. But there you go. Double anti-tank is ready, but may not be enough. Oh, they're moving still. And the Puma finally combusts. Close one then. Focus squad almost taking out the captain. BAR dropped as well. The fighting remains intense. The pressure is high. So now Angreifen short of the Puma. And only has the Panther. But he still has the Jaegers, so of course the Pumas will be absolute beasts. Going for the center victory point there. Anti-tank guns out the ready. Sherman being fixed up. Rifleman Major moving eastwards. Sandbags in the center. Grab this western victory point on their back. We got 167 versus 131. Lance down there with 9 kills, half 8-54. Really been doing quite a good job there for Angreifen increasingly. Obviously not quite as good as the Jaegers directly, but still being able to pop smokes and such, that's pretty useful. As we could see there with the Panther. Jaegers there with a bar, by the way, there. Real bar Jaegers. And there you go, Panther ambushing the Jackson. Actually has the lead. Hit Jackson down to half health. He needs to get the Jackson out of there before it's too late. Anti-tanks are moving up. There's Sherman nearby as well, ready to support. Almost got it. Oh, yeah, the anti-tankers are blocking. Oh, Sherman getting behind the Panther. There you go. Combat blitz. But gets stuck there a bit. Needs to disengage with the Sherman. Anti-tanks moving up there. Eventually 2 gained on the Panther, and the Sherman goes down. The Panther lives. Not great there for Tiramisu. Not great. Rangers to sneak about the rear lines. Could ambush some kidnappers and murder them out. With a good flank. Major here as the MD-34. Eastern field punch secured again. And there goes Sturm punishes the Rangers up close. Rangers there are making incredibly short work of them. As you can see there, almost taking out the entire unit in a matter of seconds. Down to 1 man, in fact. And there you go for the Fatherland, which in this case seems more like just to help them retreat within their own territory than actually anything there. Jaegers here, almost taking out the Major. And I think Tiramisu might in fact now be stalling here for the Pershing. Rob's got retreating in the east. Anti-tank gets back at base once more. Angreifen is starting to get much more definite harassment game. There go another Sherman for Tiramisu. Definitely seems like the Pershing is nothing but a dream now. And not a good dream either. Panzer IV there for Angreifen. The Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung. That's going to be a bit more chunk there for Tiramisu as well. Rob's got here going for the Jaegers. Jackson there, 1 kill, veterans C1. No cancelled, might be Yaktis going to go for the Pershing. Western point of scored by the Raketenwerfer. Going for the point in the west, we got 150 versus 296. Again, responded and routed. Lance going to continue to far away there. Panther sitting out. And we got Obersoldaten for Angreifen there. The elite Obersoldaten. Still no take aim here from Tiramisu. Still no take aim. Bit of a shame, they would say, bit of an overlooked element here of Tiramisu. I certainly feel like the Panther were in a much worse place, and for that now they've proven probably dead sooner if it actually used take aim. Again, it is an incredibly powerful ability, probably one of the strongest anti-tank abilities in the game, alongside the PaK-40's target weak point. Since, you know, being able to just increase your range and line of sight is really powerful in a tanker like the M1, which shoots really fast. Shot bouncing there, and we got for the Fatherland here. And he's using it correctly, by the way. He's using it to help defend in his own territory. So thumbs up there to Angreifen. Most players don't use it like that. Ranger squad there made it back. Force retreat to the west side. He's close to the Pershing though. But his fuel supplies are constricting. They are drying up as Angreifen is now hitting harder and harder on the fuel points. It's going to make it harder for Tiramisu to go for that Pershing. Not impossible, but harder. He is close after all. But the news is tightening. I think he needs to really just push hard east. Follows as the rifleman. Panther IV moving out. Go down the Panther IV. Both the thing host down. More to the firing down. Jackson moving in. MG34 there joining in the fun. 150 versus 254. And Angreifen just seems to have won this at this point. I mean, we are very close to the Pershing, but Tiramisu just at this point seems utterly constrained. His tactics have at this point, I think, failed him significantly. And Angreifen just really charging in there. Those Jaegers really have done some incredible work here for Angreifen. It is kind of nuts how much they've been doing there. Kind of nuts. Anti-tanker destroyed. Grenade off in the midst of all the troops. Yep, there you go. GG, game over. A close one there at times, but I feel like in the end, Tiramisu was slightly betrayed there by his lack of, for example, using take aim. Also, the lateness, say, going for Rangers or getting bars up on the troops, I think was also a significant issue there for Tiramisu. Plus, just a lack of artillery. Meanwhile, Angreifen had a lot of indirect fire with the light infantry gun. He also had the Jaegers, of course, again, proved just to be crucial against you to force Tiramisu to be more aggressive, more hard-hitting, but he just kind of went for the same style of tactics. Additionally, he overfocused on the west side of the map here. Like, he rarely used the east, and he also didn't rely a lot on, like, flanks again. Like, he just kept, like, trying to grind out Angreifen, except, again, the Jaegers just made Angreifen the grinder, in a sense. So I think that was a tactical issue and strategic issue there by Tiramisu, which, well, again, allowed to actually come back at some point, again, due to exploiting the natural curve weakness there of the Oberkommando West. He wasn't fully able to exploit it. Additionally, Angreifen's tactics and strategy just countered Tiramisu's, and Tiramisu just failed to adapt. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, but don't tell enemies. This is Pro Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.